Welcome to Hays Post News. I'm Becky Kaiser. Plans are underway for improvements to the 13th Street Gateway corridor between Main and Milner in Hays. This stretch of 13th Street ranked high in the City of Hays 2012 Comprehensive Plan Update for pavement improvements. Assistant Hays Public Works Director John Brown says there will also be aesthetic improvements to the area.
We're kind of looking at the 8th Street corridor that was rebuilt in 2006, from Fort Hays to from Elm to Milner, and you're kind of looking at some of the concepts sort of mirror that sort of a layout with the brick inlaid crosswalks, the brick either side of Main Street, although obviously in this area we're just talking about east of Main. We're also looking at the way 13th Street curves right there at Milner. We're definitely incorporating in the bike lanes, bike path, because that's 13th Street is a route on the Bike Hays plan.
The City of Hays will host a public open house March 5th at City Hall to discuss potential concepts for improvements to the 13th Street corridor. The Hays engineering consultant firm Driggs Design Group will complete the conceptual design, and once that's approved by Hays City Commissioners, construction would occur in 2015. 2 Hays contractors are honored during a recent industry meeting for their work in 2013. Glassman Corporation receives an award of honor as a specialty contractor for work completed at the Bickle Family Tower, part of extensive renovations at Hays Medical Center. And Paul Wertenberger Construction also earned an award of honor for work done at Tiger Place Suites, a student housing project at Fort Hays State University. Also honored, Spakenburg Phillips Tice Architecture. That Wichita firm is working with Ellis County on facilities upgrades currently. The awards were presented last month in Wichita at the annual Associated General Contractors of Kansas convention. Construction at Thomas More Prep Marion's Al Billinger Fieldhouse has continued to progress steadily since early November. That's when the school was notified by the state fire marshal of fire code deficiencies. Activities such as sporting events have been moved off campus in the meanwhile to several other Hays facilities. As of Monday, the east exit of the building from the gym floor was nearly complete, and work on the exit from the top bleacher area continues. TMP Development Director Jeff Bruhl says once the projects are complete, the school will have to get the go-ahead from the state fire marshal to resume use of the field house for public events. Bruhl says he's hopeful a few events will be hosted in the gym before school is out in May. A campaign to raise $8 million in student scholarship money at Fort Hays State University moves closer to its goal with the announcement of 2 major gifts. In a Tuesday news conference, Foundation CEO and President Tim Chapman said the donations together are valued at $755,000. That puts the university at 30% of the goal for the Power of One campaign.
And that's another reason why we really wanted to announce these 2 gifts, because they're unique in certain ways. And it's not only cash that we take, but it is different types of properties and ground.
You know, we don't talk about Fort Hays any longer as being the kind of best institution in Kansas. We now talk about Fort Hays State as one of the best institutions in the United States. You know, and that is supported by many, many other people throughout the country.
A 1940 alumnus, Jack Eads of Stockton, has established the Jack and Susie Eads Scholarship, funded by the proceeds from more than 6 acres of land in South Carolina he's donated to Fort Hays State. An anonymous donor has made the second gift of $155,000. That money comes from the sale of a home. Alumni from Leadership Hays classes are inviting other graduates to build upon the foundation of what they learned from the popular course by joining the new Hays Area Konza Club. Steering Committee member Chris Fair says it's an opportunity to keep improving leadership skills.
So our goal is to continue learning the principles and at least maintaining, at the very least, the principles that you learned in Leadership Hays, so you can go out in the real world and apply those lessons and hopefully be a better leader and teammate.
The next Konza meeting is scheduled for March 11th. Fair says alums from all Leadership Hays courses are invited to attend.
Steeder Contractors in Great Bend offers a showroom of products to help you enjoy your home. Spas, fireplaces, water purifying systems, pools and spa chemicals, and of course, Lennox heating and air conditioning systems. Along with these products, Steeders offers professional residential and commercial plumbing and electrical services. Call Steeder Contractors in Great Bend and experience the Steeder difference. Service you can depend on and prices you can trust.
The service you deserve, the quality you expect. Service Master Clean, Service Master of Hays. Everything we clean, satisfaction guaranteed. And we clean everything with Service Master of Hays. Service Master, Service Master of Hays.
Hi, Jim Cleland, Cleland Pharmacy, Waukeeny. At the beginning of the year, it's a good time to look back the road you traveled, where you're going, where you've been, and what are you doing. We asked the computer for the 100 most popular drugs we dispensed in the year 2011 and 2013, and what did we find? We have reduced acquisition costs by 28.68%. We can lower the cost of prescriptions for you. Come in and see us. Let's talk about prescription therapy.
This is a news update from the Salina Post. Kansas legislators don't appear enthusiastic this year about altering the course that they've set in previous years for improving the long-term financial health of the state pension system. The House Pensions and Benefits Committee has rejected a bill to create a 401k-style plan for teachers and public employees hired after 2015. The action came on a voice vote. The committee rejected another bill to increase benefits for teachers and government workers who retired on or before July 1st of 2009. It also failed on a voice vote. Cost was an issue for both measures. The state pension system projects a $10.3 billion gap between anticipated revenues and its commitments to retirees through June of 2033. In 2011 and 2012, the state enacted laws that are expected to close that gap. Kansas corn and sorghum growers have a new top executive running their industry advocacy organization. Greg Krisick began his duties Monday as Chief Executive Officer of the Kansas Corn Growers Association, the Kansas Corn Commission, and the Kansas Sorghum Producers Association. He replaces Jer White, who recently retired after serving as the director since 1988. Krisick has nearly 25 years of experience in agriculture, ethanol, renewable energy, and public policy. He was formerly Assistant Secretary at the Kansas Agriculture Department. He also worked as Director of Operations for the corn and sorghum industry groups. A Kansas House committee has tabled a bill to require cities and other local governments to warn consumers if they put fluoride in their water supplies. Chairman David Crum says the House Health and Human Services Committee's 10-2 vote means the anti-fluoride bill is dead. The measure has been condemned by public health officials and the Kansas Dental Association. The Federal Centers for Disease Control last year called fluoridation of water one of the 10 greatest public health achievements of the 20th century. But the bill says fluoride is dangerous and would require local governments to warn consumers if it fluoridates water and to warn it might lower children's IQs. Anti-fluoride activist Mark Gietzen said supporters of the bill would try to get action in the Kansas Senate. The Abilene Area Chamber of Commerce held their annual banquet this past Thursday, and CTI John Deere of Abilene received the Ag Business of the Year award. The Chamber honored CTI for showing organizational growth and success, high standards of excellence, innovation, and incorporation of new research and technology, and significant contributions to the agriculture industry and to the community. CTI John Deere is thrilled to have received such an honorable award, always striving to make a difference in farming communities. This has been a news update from the Salina Post.
Thanks, Randy. Be sure to check our website for more about these stories and the latest news at HaysPost.com. A major change in the weather. Meteorologist Dan Holliday has the latest forecast coming up. Stay tuned.
Stop! Where are we going?
The Sternberg!
Don't get left behind. We're waiting for you here at the Sternberg Museum, where there's always new opportunities for
discovery under the dome.
It's your wedding day, and all eyes are on the two of you. Show your unique style with tuxedos from Couture for Men and Women in downtown Hays. There are hundreds of jackets and vests available to find your style. Make your tuxedo reservations before March 31st and save 10% on tuxedo rentals. And with a reservation of 5 or more, receive your groom's tuxedo rental absolutely free. Show your style and save on tuxedos from Couture for Men and Women, 12th and Main, Chestnut Street District, downtown Hayes.
Eagle Internet gives you a fast and reliable connection to the places you go online. Whether it's breaking news, sports, weather, watching the latest video on YouTube, or staying in touch with friends and family on Facebook, Eagle Internet has you covered. Save $13 each month by getting Eagle 6 Meg Internet for only $29.95. Call 877-61-EAGLE today. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Welcome back to Hayes Post. I'm Becky Kaiser. The Sternberg Museum of Natural History in Hayes celebrates its 15th anniversary March 8th. According to Director Reese Barrick, the price of admission tickets and membership that one day will be the same as they were back in 1999. Sternberg is operated by Fort Hays State University.
What's amazing is that the museum keeps changing. We've got lots of new things, so anybody that was here in 1999 might not recognize the place. But on the other hand, it still feels like a very new museum. The staff that works here keeps the place upkept really well, so it feels still like a brand new museum even though we've been here 15.
Barrick says the next 15 years at Sternberg will likely include a revamping of the museum and expansion of the education program.
Our light snow chances diminish overnight as the disturbance pushes away. We'll be clearing and cold, down to 7 for the low. Then on Wednesday, a chilly start to the morning, sunny and 40 for the afternoon high. Clear and 15 on Wednesday night, then Thursday's high back to 40. From the Eagle Storm Watch Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dan Holliday.
And that is Hayes Post News. Thanks for joining us. I'm Becky Kaiser.